Hello, my dear old friend. Today I made this video to share with you something deeply personal, a quiet secret, one that most of us rarely talk about out loud. Not because it doesn't matter, but because it feels too private, too embarrassing, even though truthfully it's one of the most common struggles for men our age. The over 60 club. Maybe, just maybe, you've felt it too, that strange moment when your body doesn't respond the way it used to. The desire is still there, the heart still wants, but somehow, down there, everything is silent, still, as if it's forgotten how to respond to you. You are not alone, my dear friend. And more importantly, you are not broken. You see, the body doesn't just shut down one day out of nowhere. It doesn't announce retirement. What really happens is that it starts whispering instead of shouting. And sometimes all it takes is a gentle nudge, a soft reminder, a simple loving tap to wake it back up again. You might think pills are the only way, but what if I told you that for thousands of men over 60, the real solution didn't come from a bottle. It came from one simple movement, one motion that brought everything back to life, everything they thought was lost, and no one had ever told them about it before. That's why I made this video for you, my dear friend. Today, I want to share with you what I've seen, what I've heard, and what I've learned from so many men just like you. Men who thought it was over only to discover it wasn't. Because here's the truth you deserve to hear. Your body still remembers how to respond. You just need to awaken it without drugs. Yes, even if it's been a long time. Even if you've tried and failed. Even if you've quietly given up hope. I'm here to tell you that hope is still there. It's just waiting for your call. In this video, we'll walk together through 3 powerful drug-free methods that can help you restore your body's response, rebuild your confidence, and reconnect with the man inside, the one you may have thought was long gone. And my dear friend, I promise you this method number 3 could be the one that changes everything. So please don't miss it. But before we begin this quiet, powerful journey together, I want to ask you one small thing from the bottom of my heart. If you're still here with me right now, could you give me a like? And could you type the number 1 in the comments, just so I know you're still here, still listening, still holding on? And could you share this video? Yes, right now on your Facebook, in a WhatsApp group, or send it to a friend who might be going through the same quiet struggle, because this might be the very first time someone out there hears that they're not alone, that they're not less of a man, that it's not over. And if you haven't subscribed yet, my dear friend, I warmly invite you to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your support is what keeps me going, so I can keep creating videos like this for men like us, walking this road with dignity. Now, are you ready to hear why the body sometimes stops responding and what you can begin doing today to wake it gently back up? Let's step into that truth together. I promise. You won't want to miss what comes next. Why your body doesn't respond the way it used to. My dear friend, let's begin with something no one really explains to us. Not our doctors, not the ads on TV, not even the friends we talk to at the diner. Why does the body start to ignore us after 60? Why is it that even when the desire is there, the signal somehow gets lost? The answer isn't simple, but it's not complicated either. And once you understand it, I promise, things start to make sense. You see, after the age of 60, your body begins to shift in ways that are invisible from the outside, but deeply felt from within. Testosterone, that fiery hormone that once made you feel like a king, starts to slow down. Your blood vessels, once flexible and wide open, begin to stiffen, making it harder for blood to rush where it used to without hesitation. And if you've had high blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol, even if it's just a mild case, those conditions are quietly squeezing your circulation like a garden hose on a hot day. Add to that a life that's maybe a little less active than it used to be. More sitting, less walking, maybe a few sleepless nights, a bit more stress than you'd like to admit. And slowly, quietly, the communication between your mind and your manhood gets fuzzy. According to the National Institutes of Health, over 50% of men between 60 and 70 experience some degree of erectile difficulty. But here's the twist, my dear friend. Most of those men are still mentally and emotionally ready. The body is willing. It's just not getting the right signals. Dr. Abraham Morgentaler, a urologist at Harvard Medical School, once said, "The penis is like a performance athlete. It needs training, blood flow, and oxygen. If it doesn't get that, it falls out of shape fast, but it can also bounce back fast when cared for the right way. So no, your body is not failing. It's just trying to tell you something. It's not broken, it's just tired of being ignored. And this is the most hopeful part. The response isn't gone. It's still there, hiding under the layers of stress, stillness, and time. It just needs to be gently woken up. So don't believe for a second that age has taken something away from you. What it's really done is given you the chance to learn your body again, to reconnect not as the 30-year-old man who took it for granted, but as the wiser, deeper man you are now. My dear friend, if you're still with me, would you kindly give me a like and drop the number 2 in the comments so I know you're walking this road with me? And if this part touched your heart even a little, please share it with someone who might be quietly asking the same questions. Your share might be the very message they've been waiting for. Now, let's move to something powerful. The first method I want to show you, it takes less than 5 minutes a day, and it doesn't need any equipment, but it might be the key to unlocking everything. Let's talk about it next. Kegel exercise. My dear friend, let me tell you about something so simple, so quiet, that most men ignore it their whole lives, even though it's been there all along, waiting to be noticed. It's called the kegel. Now I know what you might be thinking. Isn't that something for women after childbirth? That's what I used to think too. But here's what most people never hear. Kegels might just be one of the most powerful tools a man over 60 can use to bring back his natural response. You see, at the base of your body, underneath the layers of skin and muscle, there's a small group of deep pelvic floor muscles that act like a switch. They control the blood flow, the pressure, the sensation. They're like the silent engine beneath the hood. And over time, especially when we sit too long or don't move enough, those muscles weaken. And when they go quiet, the whole system goes quiet too. Kegel exercises are simply the act of reawakening those muscles. No machines, no noise, no embarrassment. Just you sitting or lying down, gently squeezing the muscle you'd use to stop yourself midstream during urination. That's it. Hold it for 5 seconds. Then relax. Do it 10 times. 2 or 3 rounds a day. No one will even know you're doing it. But what happens is almost magical. A study published in the British Journal of General Practice found that 40% of men with erectile dysfunction who did Kegel exercises regularly regained normal function within 6 months without a single pill. And another 35% saw significant improvement in both firmness and duration. Because what you're doing with each squeeze is this: you're reminding your body that the signal still matters. You're saying, wake up. We're still alive down here. One man I knew, he was 68 when he first tried it. After 2 weeks, he told me with tears in his eyes, I had morning wood for the first time in years. I thought it was gone forever. And you know what? He didn't just get his response back. He got his confidence back, his smile, his walk, his spark. My dear friend, I know it might sound too simple, but sometimes the quietest actions have the loudest results. So try it today, right now even. No one has to know. Just you and your body rebuilding trust. And if you're still here, if something inside you says, maybe I should try this, please give me a like and drop the number 3 in the comments so I know you're still walking with me. And share this with someone who might need a gentle reminder that they're not broken, they just haven't been spoken to in a while. Now, what if I told you that there's a method that gives almost instant results, something physical, something you can feel working in just minutes? If that sounds like something you'd want to hear more about, then what's coming next will surprise you. The wake-up call vacuum erection device. My dear friend, have you ever wished for something you could feel working not in weeks, not in days, but within minutes? Well, what I'm about to share with you is exactly that. It's quiet, it's physical, it's real. And for many men I've talked to, it was the first time in years they felt truly alive again. It's called the vacuum erection device, or simply the pump. Now I know the name alone might make some of you chuckle, raise an eyebrow, or even feel a bit unsure. That's okay. I've been there too. But let me ask you this. What if this simple device could remind your body what it feels like to respond again, to feel that rush of blood, that pressure, that presence, the one that tells you, yes, I'm still a man? You see, the vacuum device works by creating gentle suction around the penis, drawing blood into the erectile tissue just like your body used to do naturally. The difference is this method does the work for you when your body needs a little help remembering how. The Mayo Clinic has documented that vacuum therapy is effective in up to 90% of men with erectile dysfunction, especially when paired with the right mindset and habits. And unlike medications, it has almost no side effects. No headaches, no heart strain, just a clean physical boost that works with your own body. One gentleman, 65 years old from South Carolina, told me, "First time I used that thing, I laughed. It felt like a toy. But 2 minutes later, I wasn't laughing. I was stunned. It was the first time in years I saw myself like that. And I cried, not from sadness, but from relief. And yes, my dear friend, it's not just about seeing. It's about feeling. Feeling your body respond again. Feeling the warmth, the fullness, the memory of being in control. That is something no pill can give you. That's something only your own blood and breath can bring back. Now it's not magic. It's a tool. You'll need to start slow, low-pressure, short sessions, no more than 5 minutes at a time. Use it with kindness. Think of it not as a trick, but as a way to signal to your body, we're still in this together. Some men like to combine it with kegels. Others use it as a warm-up before intimacy. The point is, it works. And, more than that, it gives back something far deeper than an erection. It gives back dignity. So if you're still with me, my dear, would you do me a small kindness? Hit the like button and type the number 4 in the comments so I know this part touched something in you. And please share this with another man who might be quietly struggling, quietly hoping. Because the next method I'll share with you is often misunderstood. Some people laugh at it, others dismiss it. But what if I told you, it's not a toy, it's therapy, and the man who gives it a chance might discover something life-changing. Rediscovery. Not a gadget, the penis extender. My dear friend, I want you to hear this with an open heart. What I'm about to share might sound strange at first, maybe even a little uncomfortable. That's okay. You and I, we've lived long enough to know that truth often hides in the places no one dares to talk about. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of a penile extender? I know. That term alone might make some folks smirk or immediately think of late-night TV scams. But stay with me here, my dear, because what I'm talking about is not a toy. It's not a gimmick. It's not about showing off or chasing some youthful fantasy. It's therapy. Gentle physical therapy for a body that's forgotten how to respond. You see, a penile extender is a small device that applies a controlled, steady stretch to the penis, slowly, consistently, and without pain. It's been studied in clinical settings, including a 2011 research study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, which showed that consistent use of an extender not only improved length, but significantly increased rigidity and blood retention. Translation: you're not just looking better, you're working better. But here's the part that moved me the most. A man I met in Chicago, 70 years old, quiet, kind, well-dressed. He said to me, I used to feel like that part of me was asleep, not dead, just gone silent. And this tool, it gave me something I didn't expect sensation, not just physical, emotional. He told me that after 3 weeks of slow, gentle use, just 30 minutes a day, he began to feel something stir. Not only blood flow, but hope. Because what this tool does more than anything is it reminds the nerves, the tissues, the very root of your masculinity, that it's still here, still part of you. And my dear friend, let me be clear, this isn't about chasing youth. This is about claiming back connection, reconnecting to your own body in a quiet, respectful way, with no noise, no judgment, just progress. But as with all tools, this one must be used with care. No pain, no force. Just steady attention. This isn't about performance. This is about presence. So if you've ever felt like a part of you has gone missing, or if you've wondered whether you could feel again this gentle, consistent therapy, maybe what brings it back? Not overnight, but step by step, moment by moment. And if you're still listening, if your heart is still open, would you tap that like button for me and type the number 5 in the comments so I know you're still here, still with me, still fighting for your joy. And if you know a man who has gone silent, who sits alone with questions he doesn't dare ask, share this video with him, because he may not say it, but he might be waiting for someone to tell him, you're not broken. You're just waiting to be reminded. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to show you something even older than these modern tools, something ancient, something passed down from centuries of healing wisdom, and it lives at the tip of your own fingers. Get ready for something special. the healing touch, massage, and acupressure for vital energy. My dear friend, do you remember a time when just a simple touch could wake up your whole body, when a soft hand on your chest or a firm grip on your shoulder could calm your breath, center your heart, and make you feel whole again? Well, that time isn't gone. And what if I told you that your own hands still carry that power? There's an ancient wisdom passed down through generations from east to west that says, where the fingers go, energy flows. And after 60, when our body slows down, it's not always about what's missing. It's about what's not moving. That's where acupressure and abdominal massage come in. Not for relaxation, not for pampering, but for awakening. For reactivating blood flow, nerve communication, and deep masculine energy from the inside out. There are 3 points I want to gently invite you to explore. No needles, no pain, just firm, focused touch. The first is called Chi Hai, the Sea of Energy. You'll find it about 2 finger widths below your belly button. When you press there gently but firmly, you may feel a dull heaviness, maybe even warmth spreading through your pelvis. That's your energy waking up. The second Guan Yuan sits just below that. It's been used for thousands of years in Chinese medicine to restore yang energy, the fire inside a man. Stimulating it daily can boost blood flow to the lower abdomen and support your body's natural hormone balance. The third is farther down, and it might surprise you. It's on the sole of your foot, right in the soft, hollow center where your arch begins. It's called Yang Quan, the bubbling spring. And yes, it's connected to your kidneys, your sexual energy, and your vitality. Gently massage it before bed with slow, circular motions. Breathe deeply. You might feel the warmth rise from your feet to your hips and beyond. You see, my dear friend, when these points are stimulated, they don't just affect the surface. They reach deep into the nervous system, the blood vessels, the hormonal signals, the parts of you that may have gone quiet over the years but have never truly disappeared. Dr. Andrew Weil, a pioneer of integrative medicine, once said, "Touch is medicine." And self-touch is one of the most honest forms of self-care. This is about coming home to yourself. So tonight, find a quiet place. Light isn't necessary. Words aren't needed. Just you, your breath, and your hands, reclaiming what was always yours. If you're still here with me, my dear friend, would you be kind enough to give me a like and type the number 6 in the comments so I know your heart and your hands are still on this journey with me. And please, if this part made something stir inside of you, share it with someone who deserves to feel alive again. Because next, we're going to talk about something even deeper, something many overlook because it seems too basic. But in truth, it's the foundation of everything, every response, every emotion, every flicker of life. What if I told you the way you walk, eat, sleep, and breathe could change everything? Let's talk about that next. 4 habits that quietly bring you back to life. My dear friend, sometimes we look for the grand solution, the pill, the device, the secret technique, but we forget that healing often begins with the smallest shifts in how we live each day. Let's bring it back to the basics. Take a walk, just 20 minutes in the morning light. The movement wakes up the large muscles in your thighs and glutes, the very ones responsible for blood flow to your most vital areas. It's like jump-starting your entire lower system. Then there's sleep, not just resting, but deep, undisturbed, healing sleep, because that's when your body produces testosterone, not during work, not during stress, but in stillness, in darkness. Now, food. The fuel. 1 salad with spinach or beets a day can increase nitric oxide levels, naturally opening blood vessels. Add a handful of walnuts or a few pumpkin seeds, you're giving your manhood what it's been waiting for. And finally, breathe deep into your belly. 5 minutes each morning. This lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that steals testosterone right out from under you. These habits aren't flashy, but they're powerful, and they whisper every day, "You're still alive." If this part spoke to you, give me a like and drop the number 7 in the comments. And share it with someone who needs to hear that they don't need more medicine, they need more life. Next, what happens when you finally believe in your body again? Let's talk about that. Rebuilding trust, you and your body together again. My dear friend, if there's one thing I've learned after talking to hundreds of men over 60, it's this. The hardest thing to rebuild isn't the body, it's trust. Somewhere along the way, when the signals got weak and the response faded, you may have started thinking, maybe it's over, maybe I'm just done. And slowly, you stopped trying. But let me tell you something soft and strong. Your body hears everything you believe about it, and it wants to be believed in again. When you show up every morning doing those kegels, eating real food, walking, breathing deeply, you're not just fixing a problem. You're telling your body, I still believe in you. And that changes everything, because confidence isn't built in one day. It's built in small victories. A flicker of sensation, a stronger morning, a moment of surprise. And that's how men come back to life. So if this stirred something in you, give me a like and drop the number 8 in the comments to say, yes, I'm still here. I'm still believing. Now let's wrap this journey with something human, something kind, a message just for you. You're not done yet. My dear friend, if you've made it this far, I want you to know something that maybe no one has said to you in a long time. You are not finished. You are not too old. You are not past your prime. You are not invisible. Somewhere inside you, beyond the doubts, beyond the disappointments, lives the same man who once stood tall, loved deeply, and walked proudly into every room. That man is still here. Maybe your body got quiet. Maybe you lost your rhythm. Maybe you felt ashamed to even hope again. But let me tell you what I believe. I believe in small starts. I believe in the power of breath. I believe in hands that remember how to feel. And I believe that even after 60, the fire doesn't die, it just needs kindling. So tonight, when you lie in bed, don't ask yourself what you've lost. Ask yourself what you're ready to feel again. Because healing isn't about turning back time. It's about turning back toward yourself. And if this video gave you something, a thought, a feeling, a little bit of hope, then let me ask you gently, would you like this video and type the number 9 in the comments? Share it with someone who's been quiet for too long. Someone who's been wondering if they still matter. And subscribe if you haven't already, because we've only just begun this journey together. You, my dear friend, are not alone, and you are not done.